They are almost aggressively minimal. I don't think it's a question of is less more.
How can less be more? More is more.
But it just gives you less of maybe what you don't need and more of the absolute bare essentials to really kind of create some face-melting shred extravaganza. What's up, guys? This is Bryce Van Hoosen, and today we are checking out the latest and greatest from Jackson Guitars. This is the Jackson RR1A, which I'm not sure if I know what A stands for. Maybe active, so we got an active pickup in here. Anyway, this is the RR1A Pro Plus Pure Metal Series Rhodes. Alright, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, go ahead, give me a like, give me a subscribe if you're into guitar kind of stuff, guitar vibey things, guitar related things. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again in a future video. Anyway, today we are checking out one of the latest offerings from my friends over at Jackson Guitars, which, FYI, this guitar was sent to me. Jackson aren't paying me for this video, but they did send me the guitar because, you know, my band Talon, we are hungry for guitars. So anytime there's an opportunity to get one, we jump on that. And this was the latest opportunity. So here we go. Rhodes RR1A, pure metal, Pro Plus, whatever, however you want to put all of that together. Man, awesome guitar. All right, so in that clip in the intro, we were hearing this thing going through this VHT Fryette Pitbull. In terms of speakers, I have a Vintage 30 that's mic'd up with a single SM57 in the sweet spot where the dust cap meets the cone. Everything is basically going through my pedal board, which right now I am boosting with an Obsidian Audio Devil overdrive pedal because, you know, what's more metal than the devil? Hey, that kind of rhymes. And then I have a little bit of a chorus ensemble just to kind of add some, you know, thickness and vibiness, I guess. And then from there, we're going into this here. I don't know if you can see that, but the Fryette Power Station, where I am knocking down the level just a little bit so I can enjoy my hearing, hopefully, for the next few decades here, because 100-watt amplifiers get very loud. All right, so today we are going to check out this new guitar. As I've said, we're gonna play it through a couple of different amplifiers here. I have the aforementioned Fryette Pitbull 100 CL. We'll also go through this Marshall JCM 800, which I don't know if you can see this, but it is behind me. It's got one of those legendary tones hot mods in it with some, you know, to add some extra gain, so it sounds absolutely fantastic. And then we'll also go through the This Heavy Earth Hesher V3 preamp pedal feeding into the Fryette Power Station, which the Fryette Power Station at that point will act like a power amp. And yeah, it'll be kind of like a Hesher pedal tube power amp sort of thing. Okay, so the new Pro Plus Series Pure Metal Edition. Hopefully you guys saw the marketing campaign that Jackson recently came out with, but they basically have 3 different models of these kind of really nice, awesome silver on black single pickup guitars. They got the Rose, which I have here, a Kelly, which looks very similar to the Marty Friedman Kelly, which I know a lot of people are excited about, and then a Soloist, which Jackson, of course, always have to have a soloist, right? All of these guitars feature a maple neck-through design with poplar wings. This is really similar to my 87 King V Custom that I have, which also has a maple neck-through design and poplar wings. We got a single Fishman Fluence Modern, I think, pickup here, with 2 voicings, right? For the more voicing and the less voicing, I guess. I've never really, this is my first time using a Fishman Fluence, so it is one hell of a hot pickup, we'll just say that. So yeah, we got the Fishman Fluence, we got a Floyd Rose 1000, pretty standard on the Jackson Pro Series guitars, ebony fretboard, and really cool, we have stainless steel frets and these Luminlay side dot markers, so you will be able to see what you're playing on stage. Yeah, man, I really like these things. They come in handy when you're on a dark stage, being able to see where you're at. And stainless steel fret material, you know, you'll never have to replace those, so that's great. That's basically the standard for all shredder guitars these days. So I have had this guitar for a couple days now. I think I got it on Friday or Saturday or something like that. It is now, what is it, Tuesday? Good Lord, all the days meshing together. But I really like it, man. It came out of the box set up pretty well, pretty in tune. I had to adjust the truss rod a little bit, which, you know, you're shipping a guitar. I would say that's pretty standard for anything you're gonna get via the mail. I didn't do an unboxing video of this one. You guys let me know if you're into that sort of thing. If you like to see the unboxing, yeah, I'll save it and I'll do that, and I'll get, you know, try to keep my excitement contained until I can get in front of a camera for that. But yeah, man, this is a super cool guitar, and it's very similar to the Concept series, the RR1A FRH, I believe, that was released last year, limited edition Concept 1. We'll do a little bit of comparing and contrasting once we get some more tones out of this thing. Obviously, they are 2 very similar guitars. All right, let's hear this thing through this JCM 800 here. All right, yeah, with an amplifier that has maybe a little bit less low end than the Fryette Pitbull 100CL, something like JCM 800, but it's very high mid, upper, sort of high present, kind of in your face sounding amplifier. The Fishman Fluence Modern is pretty, yeah, it's taking your head off a little bit. This is a very aggressive pickup, and this is coming from somebody who uses and abuses the EMG 81 quite often and loves that pickup. This one is even, man, it is even hotter than that. It's crazy. It's got just sort of an upper mid frequency to it. I feel like it's meant to go into something that is very kind of modern sounding. Think like a Mesa dual rectifier. Sounds great with the Pitbull 100CL, I think. Maybe a little bit much with the 800, but you know. All right, let's check out the other voicing. I'm gonna do a little coil tap here. According to the literature, I was just doing a little bit of reading on this thing. Pulled up is voicing number 2, which is supposed to be more of a passive kind of sound. So let's check that out. Yeah, I don't know if that sounds like a passive pickup, but it definitely sounds kind of like, you know, like a paralleled sort of humbucker version of Voice 1. I think I'd prefer Voice 1 for this particular pickup to Voice 2. It would be interesting to hear it in Voice 3, which is the coil split, single coil mode. This guitar does not have that. You could add like a little mini toggle, which might be, you know, something cool to explore if you're into modding guitars, like I am. All right, I am switching over to the This Heavy Earth Hesher V3. I feel like I need to get a little bit of delay going here. Yeah, all right, definitely does that. It feels great to play. The neck, this one's super comfortable to me, which, you know, I play nothing but Jacksons and Charvels all the time, so that should come as no surprise. But Jacksons, they do sometimes have different neck profiles between some of the different models and that sort of thing. Some of them take a little bit more to get used to than other ones. This one is just the right amount of sort of thick and thin. It's not super paper thin like a wizard neck, but it's also not a big, you know, meaty baseball bat like EVH Wolfgang or something like that would be. It's really kind of, you know, right in the middle. I think this would be a D-shaped neck if I am not mistaken. And yeah, I can see here the compound radius is yeah, it's definitely going on this one. I can even see with my eye the 12-inch radius at the nut here, and it's flattening out for sure, so feels great though. All right, what am I on? Back to JCM 800. Okay, back to the Fryette Pitbull. Oh, yeah. Beastly amplifier with a beastly guitar. Okay, so as I've mentioned, some people have asked me what the difference between the new Pro Plus Limited RR1A pure metal is and this limited RR24 concept. You can see very similar design here. One pickup, Floyd Rose, active pickup. Yeah, there we go. So differences here include, I believe both of these are maple neck through. We still have the luminlay side dots on each of them, stainless steel frets. That is consistent across both of them. On this one though, the body for the wings, you have alder wings. Again, like I said, this one's poplar. You have an EMG 81 in the bridge. This one, Fishman Fluence Modern. And then this one stock came with an EMG afterburner circuit in it, which I removed and added in what is called a blower switch. Yes, a blower switch, which basically makes this one even more simplistic and takes out the volume knob when the blower is engaged. So it blows past the volume knob and just goes straight to the output jack. So you get pickup to output. Other than that, this one's made in Korea. This one is made in Indonesia. I don't really think that has much of a difference or bearing on the overall quality of a guitar, but some people care about that. So there you go. And then obviously for the real important stuff, this one has gold hardware and some pinstripes, and this one has silver hardware and this really cool aged off-white cream body binding, which looks just fantastic. It's yeah, awesome. Other than that, very similar guitars. This one is a little bit lighter, so you know, if weight is of any concern to you, I think this one comes in at about 7 pounds or something like that, and this one is a little bit heavier. The concept one's a little heavier, that is. So if you're looking for something a little bit lighter, definitely go with this guy. One other major difference I forgot to mention is that the Floyd Rose on the concept version is top mounted, which means there's not a huge recessed area for pulling up or doing any kind of squealies, increases in pitch, whereas the Pro Plus Pure Metal Rhodes has a fully recessed Floyd Rose tremolo, so you can pull up the whammy bar to your heart's content. That being said, man, I really like this one out of the box. Like I said, I've been playing this one the past couple days, and yeah, something about it is really, really good, really fun to play, really easy to play, and the overall setup just out of the box was great. Maybe I got a good one, but hopefully that is a sign of, you know, what you would get when you buy one of these as well. So there it is, man, in a nutshell. Jackson Pro Plus RR1A Pure Metal limited edition. Check these out, man. I highly recommend them. They are, I would say, almost aggressively minimal, right? I don't think it's a question of, you know, is less more?
How can less be more? More is more.
But it just gives you less of, you know, maybe what you don't need and more of the absolute bare essentials to really kind of create some face melting shred extravaganza music. So, you know, active pickup, Floyd Rose, couple different voicings if you need them, stainless steel frets, neck through design, lumen lay dots. What more do you need? Yeah, I don't know, nothing. You need skills, that's it. All right, thanks for watching. Again, I am Bryce Van Hoosen. If you're into this kind of stuff, like, subscribe, and I'll be back with more guitar related content in the very, very near future. Thanks.